New or used? It sounds like a question about taste or about luck. It is really a question about math, and the math is far more lopsided than the showroom will ever let you see. Here's the part almost nobody says out loud. A brand new car can lose more money in its first year sitting in your driveway than you will spend on fuel in 5. That loss is real. It is invisible, and someone always pays it. Today, the only question that matters is whether that someone should be you. If you like money explained calmly, in plain English, with nothing to hype and nothing to sell you, take a second and subscribe. Just a few clear breakdowns a week. Now, new versus used, and the real math on which one keeps more money in your pocket. Here is how most people frame this decision, and it is exactly why it goes wrong. New feels safe. It is shiny, nobody else has touched it, and it comes with a warranty and a clean history. Used feels like a gamble, like you are quietly inheriting a stranger's problems and their hidden mistakes. So the whole choice quietly becomes emotional. New equals peace of mind, used equals risk. And once it is emotional, the true cost of each option simply disappears from view. But you are not buying a feeling. You are buying years of ownership. And every one of those years has a price tag. The real question was never which one feels safer. It is which one actually costs you less to own over the time you keep it. To answer that, you have to understand the single biggest cost of any car. And it is not fuel, it is not insurance, it is not even repairs. It is depreciation, the value the car quietly loses while you own it. And the most important thing about depreciation is that it is front-loaded. It does not drip away evenly year after year. It collapses hardest at the very beginning. A typical new car sheds around 20% of its value in the first year alone, and roughly 40 to 50% across the first 5. Almost half the value of a brand new car is gone within 5 years, and the steepest part of that fall happens in the first 2 or 3. So the entire new versus used decision really comes down to one thing. Who eats that first brutal drop? Buy new, and you volunteer for it. Buy a car that is a few years old, and someone else has already paid it for you. Let me put real numbers on it, because this is where it clicks. Picture a car that costs $35,000 brand new. In year 1, it loses about 20%, so roughly $7,000 evaporates while you are still learning where the cup holders are. 5 years in, it has lost close to 45%, which leaves it worth somewhere around $19,000. So owning that car from new across those 5 years cost you about $16,000 in depreciation alone, before a single tank of gas. Now rewind, and instead buy that exact same model when it is 3 years old. The first owner already absorbed the cliff, so it cost you around $21,000. Over your next 5 years with it, from age 3 to age 8, it keeps losing value, but far more gently, down to maybe $12,000. That is a loss of about $9,000 against the new buyer's $16,000. Same car, same road. Roughly $7,000 less lost to thin air, simply because you let someone else drive it off the lot first. If this is landing, subscribe so the next breakdown finds you. Because here is where I have to be honest with you in a way most videos are not. Used is not a free lunch. Because if used were pure, obvious savings with no catch at all, everyone would already do it. So let me show you the other side of the ledger, the part that keeps this honest. First, interest. Loans on used cars almost always carry a higher rate than loans on new ones, because car makers often subsidize new car financing to move metal, and lenders treat used cars as a little riskier. That gap might be a couple of percentage points. On a $20,000 loan over 4 years, a rate that is 2 points higher can cost you somewhere around $1,000 in extra interest over the life of the loan. It is real, and it shaves your savings. But look at the sizes. You are giving back maybe $1,000 in interest to save around $7,000 in depreciation. The used car still wins, clearly, just not by quite as much as the sticker suggested. Second, reliability and repairs. A car that is 2 or 3 years old has taken its depreciation hit, but still has most of its useful life ahead, and often a good chunk of its original warranty still in force. A car that is 10 or 12 years old is a completely different animal. Cheap to buy and expensive to keep, and chasing the lowest possible price into that territory is how people talk themselves into a bargain that nickel and dimes them for years. That is false economy, and it is the real trap on the used side. The win is not as old and cheap as possible. The win is a specific, narrow sweet spot. That sweet spot is roughly 2 to 4 years old. One or two previous owners, a mainstream model with a boring reputation for reliability, and a maintenance history you can actually see. In that window, the original owner has eaten the worst of the depreciation for you. The car still has years of dependable life left in it, and you are buying proven metal instead of a first-year gamble on a brand new design. Boring and well cared for beats both brand new and stretched thin, and ancient and neglected, almost every single time. So here is how you actually make this call, in 4 steps. Step 1, compare the total cost of ownership, not the sticker. For each option, add up the depreciation you expect to eat, plus the interest on the loan, plus insurance, plus a realistic guess at repairs across the years you plan to keep it. The cheaper sticker and the cheaper car are not always the same thing, and this is how you tell them apart. Step 2, aim for the sweet spot, 2 to 4 years old, and let the first owner pay the cliff. That single move captures most of the savings in this entire video. Step 3, check the interest gap before you decide. Get the real used car rate and the real new car rate for your own situation. In the rare case where a new car carries a genuine 0 or near 0 promotional rate and you truly intend to keep it for 10 years or more, new can occasionally pencil out because you spread that big depreciation over a very long time and pay almost nothing to borrow. Outside of that narrow case, used wins. Step 4, buy the boring, well-documented one. Favor a reliable model, ask for the service records, and get an independent inspection before you hand over a single dollar. A well-kept used car beats a neglected one at any price. So let us bring it home. New versus used was never about courage or caution, and it was never really about that new car smell. It is about who absorbs the steepest, fastest loss a car ever takes. And for most people, on most budgets, the answer is to let the first owner take that hit, and to buy in the 2 to 4 year sweet spot instead. Weigh the whole cost, not the sticker. Mind the interest gap, but keep it in proportion. And never chase a price so low that the repairs quietly eat your savings. Do that, and you get almost all of the car for a lot less of your money, which was the entire point. If this made the new versus used decision feel simple instead of stressful, subscribe and stick around. It is the best way to keep these calm money breakdowns coming. Next up, we point the exact same lens at the biggest number in most people's lives, the home loan, and the surprisingly personal math of whether paying your mortgage off early is actually the smart move. And one honest note before you go. This is general education, not financial advice. The figures here, the prices, the depreciation percentages, the interest gaps are round examples chosen to show you how the math works. So run the numbers for your own situation, your own rates, and your own market, and make the call that fits your life.